Hey traders, this is Jeff from ZenTrader.ca with a weekend update. Today was one of those days where I woke up 2 hours late for work and then realized I wasn't actually late at all. I looked at the alarm clock today and I was like, oh, I'm late, and I totally had forgotten that today was a vacation day, and that's always nice. So I just really kind of looked over some charts today, looked at my timing signal indicator, and I don't really see a whole lot that has me concerned, and maybe that in itself is a concern. I don't think the markets are overbought. I think we're going higher. I don't see any warning signs with my timing signals. I follow the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the TSX, and right now, I have three different indicators that I watch for each index, and none of them are showing signs of any sort of bearishness. Let me switch here to the Dow real quick. See the Dow? I mean, I can see why somebody might be bearish on this, or thinking we're at the top. We're definitely in this resistance zone. We got a rising bearish wedge here. Volume has been above normal, but I don't think it's the above normal that kind of signals a market top. I don't really see too many scenarios where we're not busting through this, but really the key this week is going to be Apple. They release earnings. They've been a drag on the Nasdaq to the extent that it's not allowed the Nasdaq to really keep pace with the Dow. I think funds have been unloading this. I mean, I've been bearish on Apple since October, and it's basically done everything that I thought, and I think it's going to ultimately end up much lower. But we could get some kind of pop on earnings, and that could cause the Nasdaq to maybe pop as well. That would cause the Dow, and then maybe at that point in time, maybe by the end of this week or next week, maybe we'll be a little more ripe for a sell-off, and we will get eventually some kind of sell-off. Like there's no doubt. I don't. When I look at the Nasdaq, this is not extended at all. If anything, this has been a self-correcting market. It's done like 3 steps forward, two steps back. It's just a nice ebb and flow move higher. I would continue to be buying stock and trade from the long side. I would not be short this market. I think there's too much strength in it. Let me look at the Nasdaq advanced decline. You can see we're reaching multi-month highs. We're at the highest we've been since May of last year. This double bottom that took place. I mean, this looks like a bullish chart, and this is essentially the market internals of the Nasdaq. This is very healthy, strong RSI. Yeah, I'm really bullish on the markets. I think we're going to continue higher. I think there will be bumps along the way, but I don't see anything that's troublesome at this point. The only other chart I really want to look at was gold. I think gold is in an area where it's at some serious resistance, and you can see this, these long wicks. Every time it gets up to just under 1700, it seems to sell off. I think that it's in an area where if it can bust through here, then we're probably going back up here to 1740, 1750. But if we can't and we struggle, I think gold is going to reverse here and head much lower. That's my 2 cents on gold. The charts I'm looking at, I'm bearish on gold. I think this is going to go much lower, but before it can go much lower, it's got to kind of break down. So I'm not going to give any targets right now, but I think it's in an area where it really needs to push through and get above here, and then maybe it can rally up here, and then we'll see what happens. But I suspect this is going to break down and roll over and head lower. So I'll be watching that. And the RSI, I always talk about this range between 20 and 60, and you can see, even though this didn't sell off as much as I would have liked to see it sell off much lower, and that would indicate once it got to 60 that there would have been a stronger chance, a stronger likelihood that would roll over. But it's in that range where this is an acceptable level of a rally to expect some kind of retracement. So talk to you guys later.